Okay, we're going to continue on talking about solving equations, but this time we're going to talk about them with decimals when they're included. So you can see this first term is 3 and 2/10 plus 4 equals 5 and 4/10 x minus 7. Sometimes you can go ahead and just solve them, keeping the decimals, but it's a lot easier if we get rid of the decimals and know the technique for how to get rid of the decimals when we have parentheses. So we look and we verify to see what type of decimal we have. We have this is to the 10th. This is to the 10th. So we're going to multiply every term by 10 to get rid of those decimals. So I'm going to multiply this one by 10, this one by 10, this one by 10, and this one by 10. Remember, we multiply, just like if fractions, we multiply every term to get rid of them. So this would become 32x plus 40 equals 54x minus 70. And then we can solve the equation from there. So I'm going to start by subtracting 32x. And I have 40 equals 22x minus 70. I add the 70 to both sides. Have 110 equals 22x. And then I divide by 22. X equals, they have a common factor of 2, so I can simplify there, and this would become 55 over 11, or divide by 11 again and get 5 over 1 equals x, or just 5 equals x. Okay, so let me erase my board and we'll do another problem. Okay, we have another problem here, and we are still dealing with decimals. As you can see, we have 2 hundredths, a 4 hundredths, and another 2 hundredths. The rule is that we multiply every term by a power of 10 to get rid of that. Powers of 10 or tens, hundreds, thousands, etc. The first thing that I've noticed usually students have trouble with is not knowing how many terms we have. So take a second and you tell yourself how many terms you think are in this equation. Okay? So this right here is multiplication, so that means that all of that is one term. This is multiplication, so this is one term, and then we have a third term. So this equation has 3 terms. That means we're going to be multiplying 3 things by 100. 100 because this is in the hundredths place value, hundredths place value, hundredths place value. So I'm going to multiply by 100, 100, and 100. Now I can either multiply this by 100 or this by 100. You don't multiply each piece because when you multiply one, you're multiplying the whole thing. So of course I'm going to get rid of this decimal. This becomes 2 times 6t minus 3 equals 4 times t minus 2 plus 2. Now we need to follow our rules for how to solve equations. We need to simplify each side by getting rid of any parentheses. This would be 12t minus 6 equals 4t minus 8 plus 2. Simplify each side by combining like terms. There's nothing to combine here. Over here we can have 4t minus 6, 12t minus 6. I can subtract the 4t, subtract the 4t. 8t minus 6 equals negative 6. I add 6 to both sides. 8t equals, what is negative 6 plus 6? It is 0. You can have 8t equals 0. Don't get discouraged or don't get like, I'm not sure what to do here. Follow what it says. If you think that's wrong, then you go back and you look to see if you did the other things right. So I still need to divide by 8 because I still want it to be a positive t, and it ends up being t equals 0 is our answer, because 0 divided by any number is still 0. Okay, have fun with those problems.